Age definitely matters in dating, so let's take a look at how age gap distributes across the population. This graph here shows the age difference at marriage between 2008 and 2016. 2008 here is represented in the shaded gray, and 2016 is the red box. The age gap here is calculated by taking the husband's age minus the wife's age. The y-axis represents the percentage of distribution amongst the sample in the study. So overall, there's like a normal distribution with a highly right-skewed curve, meaning it'll have a long tail this way. In the past, it seems to be more common for women to marry men that are older than them. We can see this by looking at the grayed out area that is higher than the red boxes here on the right, whereas same age and for lesser than, it is less than the 2016. Nowadays, it does look like that people more than 15% of the time marry people that is at the same age as them. And surprisingly now, there's more people marrying husbands that are younger than them. This is represented by the red boxes that are higher than the grayed out boxes on the left side of the curve here. What's interesting to me is the two little knobs at the end here. The distribution curve follows a normal distribution and it feathers out at the end of the tails, but it does seem like at the -15 age gap, which mean the woman is older than the men by 15 years old, and the men being older by 25 years old for the woman, we see that this distribution sits around 1%. An example of this is Macron marrying his high school teacher with a very significant age gap, or Kim Kardashian dating Pete Davidson. And on the other end, we can see Donald Trump marrying Melania, which is significantly younger than him. And I'm sure you can all name a few other sugar daddies as well. For this point, I could speculate that is trying to close the wealth gap between very young women and more wealthy older men. For this, maybe young guys like Young Gravy really like the Cougars. But one thing I know for sure is that in 2016, it definitely is higher than the 2008 number. It is also now more acceptable to see older women dating younger men as well. And of course, age gap matters less and less as you grow older as well. What's surprising is that a 5 years age gap is half as likely as the same age, and a 10 years age gap is half as likely as the 5 years age gap. And it continues to go down that way, almost like a square root curve. So as you double the age gap, it's half as likely for you to see. A study says that men who marries women that are significantly younger than them reports to be a lot happier right away, but over time, their drop in happiness is more significant than those that marry the same age. So what's your preferred age gap?